to develop the infrastructure, to pay wages and salaries and so on. But they have confirmed that they will bring back the property tax. All they're waiting for is for the local government elections to be finished. From January, you will have to pay this property tax, whether you have a job or you do not have a job. You have to pay that tax if you're a pensioner and you're on the small pension. You will have to pay it. Now, they're handing it pension in one hand, but they're going to take it back in the property tax. Let me tell you why this tax is so unfair. 20, 30, 40 years ago, some of you would have saved up, made a down payment. Some of you would have taken a mortgage, and you build your house piece by piece, as we say. We built our house like that, Greg and I. We did it piece by piece by piece over a long period of time. Many people. That's how you build your house, and you're still building. As you get a little money, you put a little piece, you expand and so on. Over years. And you pay the very small land and building taxes for the year. Today, that same house, because you developed it over years, now is worth so much more money, given inflation and so on. So when you would have built a house for a few $1,000s, now it is plenty $1,000 for that same house. And so their plan, they come to value it at today's prices, not with your hard work and sufferation that you had. And then they say you must pay taxes, property on that. Now, if you were a public servant and you were working, and as I said, took your mortgage and you're paying your mortgage and you have your house, a teacher, a policeman, an ordinary worker working in a store and so on. And those of you who have now reached, retirement age, and they drop this property tax on you, where are you going to get that money to pay that property tax? Where? If it is your parents passed the house to you, they probably had a better job than you, or they worked, your parents and grandparents, 30, 40, 50 years to build this house, they pass it on to you, you in a little job now, and they drop a big property tax on you. How are you going to pay it? And the law is so draconian and dangerous that if you do not pay it, the law gives them power to do what? To break and enter. They can come into your house to break and enter your house and to seize. And you can lose your property. I spoke about this in 2010 at length. But they're pushing it on the back burner. But let us not forget it and tell your friends and family. And those of you who say, well, look, I don't know. I don't own a house. I have no house. Says, all right, property tax don't bother me. Well, you're lying. You know why? Because if you're renting, when the owner of the house have to pay property tax, what's going to happen to your rent? Rent's gone up too. So price of food going up. Price of traveling taxi fares going up. Property tax will send up your rents up, or you, house that you slaved and labored to build, you now have to give the Rowley government your money in property tax. A little while back, I had a piece of paper. I don't have it with me today, but I can remember that they were going, the tax is framed in a way, the number of windows you have in the house. The more window you have, sorry brother, more tax. The more washrooms you have, more tax. These people want you to go back to outdoor latrines. Because if you put one of those in your house, sister, what happened to you? More tax. And I'm sorry if you have two, because it's more and more tax. And I have looked at the property tax rates in other parts of the world. And the rate that they are proposing here is higher than places like the US and in many other developed countries. It is higher than in those developed countries. In those countries, when you pay property tax, you know what you're getting? You're getting good roads, you're getting good drainage, you're getting good police patrols, you're getting the community services. But here, they want to tax you because they don't want that tax to improve your communities. They want that tax to build a house in Tobago for the Prime Minister. They want that tax for the sinkhole in the Taruba Stadium. And they want that tax to give contracts to the wives and the financiers and the big boys of the P&M. Not true? Man, they get so vexed when I went on the platform and I exposed the contracts being given to the wives of the PNM and the finances of the PNM, well, it's like the whole red ants patch come down on me. The whole Bachak nest wake up and they come down on Kamala. They say, get rid of that lady. How Kamala could talk about that? Mind your own business, they told me. And I say tonight, I am minding my business. The business of the people of Trinidad and Tobago is my business. That is my business. That is my business. You can't come here and say we should not speak of that. And the fellas so lying and bold-faced. In order to escape what I was exposing, you know what they said then? They're jumping over each other, you know. You see how everybody here tonight, before I came, I'm here on the radio, everybody here talking, when they finish their speech, they say, I love roti. Everybody jump in to tell you how much they like roti tonight and elsewhere. I was walking in the Superior constituency on Saturday, and a walkabout, drive about it, and people just running out and telling me, say, Kamala, you don't worry. Anytime you need roti, I come in and make it for you. And next time, don't worry. I see some fellas in a place, they tell Mr. Rowley, we want roti, bring roti. Look, that is a pure distraction. I'm getting carried away with it too. Because the thing is so ludicrous and foolish, and all the stories about the cost and the amount of people, all of that, you know, as I said, lies, lies. So where was I? They're so busy jumping up about the wives and the contracts, madam. Yeah. Mother, you know what happened? That is how they jump on this roti story, to take us away from the real issues. Do you all agree? Ever since roti reached front page of every paper, roti wars. They will not tell us front page today you didn't get HSF drop, you know. Last week, 2 newspapers on their front pages. Now, I cannot tell the newspapers what to print, okay? I am not blaming them. But I don't want you to get carried away and distracted by the nonsense and the foolishness that is being peddled by the PNM. So when I talked about the contracts to the wives, they jumping over each other to come to explain. And the second explanation was this. Well, first, I shouldn't talk about that at all. That was their first kickback, pushback. The second pushback was this. Well, you know what? What is she speaking about? Because they got those contracts under her government. Kamala give them the contracts. Well, you hear? Peter could tell you again.
That is lie. Lie. You hear lie? Teacher Pussy say if you tell a lie.
Thank you. And they said, and I have to remind them, for 5 years, they went to the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago. They held press conference every week. You remember? A fella named Faris, yes? Faris, yes, and the Honorable Attorney General Faris Arawi, Minister Imbert, not Minister then, the other guy, man, with the locks, the Minister of the Post Office and Solid Waste, demoted from his high office. He's now Public Utilities Minister of Post Office and Solid Waste Management. That's the gentleman. Press conference, radio, TV, all over for 5 years. They say, you see, Kamala and her government, they're only giving all the jobs and all the contracts to UNC friends and family. Well, that is the question. When they try to backpedal to say, I give the contracts to these PNM wives, well, you think that they are my friends, really? Family? So you see the hypocrisy of these people and the lies that they tell. And wherever I find wrongdoing, I will expose it, and my MPs or ministers or candidates will expose these for you. So those stories, pay attention. Because whilst these people going home with millions, it's 0, 0, 0 for you. You're starving, yes. Yeah, I went, a lady comes to help me cut my hair and so on. She came the other day. She told me she went by Flo in San Fernando. This is a joke, okay? I'm trying to make a joke. But it's what they call a serious joke. She went to Flo in San Fernando, and there's this gentleman looking like a homeless person, and he's there begging, begging for something, to eat. Other people, and they run him. He say, you know what? He said, I just waiting and praying for UNC to come back in power so I could get something to eat. Could get something to eat. The man was right. We took care and we tried our best. They killed the food guards. And they're so wicked, vindictive. They thought when they cut 13,000 food guards, they thought it was UNC. Because you see, that's how they operate. They always discriminate. So they thought when they cut the food guard, they're killing, politically that is, UNC people. But when we gave those food cards, I tell you, P&M listening, they know. They were given across the board, regardless of which party you belong to. Some UNC want to kill me for that. But that is how we govern. Every creed, every race, find an equal place. Equity and justice for all. And today, we have the return of the red and ready in your backyards, in your front yards, and on the platforms asking you to vote for them. Well, I want to tell you, on the 28th of November, send a message loud and clear. And tonight I want to warn those people who are breaking the law, because it is against the law to bribe people to buy votes. It is a criminal offense punishable in law. And we are getting reports that down in the Rio Claro end, there are P&M operatives going about trying to buy votes. The two who will get locked up for that will be the man who given you the bribe and you who taken the bribe. That has been the P&M operative, their way of trying to steal an election. What will I tell you? If you don't want to get locked up, don't take that money. Be sure, You remember how they had these people with the handcuffs and said they voter pardon, criminal offense? In the same way, if you take that money and you go to vote for them, well, the money will done, it's true, but you're also breaking the law. You could get locked up. And these days, you see with these, let me see that phone, Khadija, please. You see with these things, nothing is a secret. Because I take your pictures here already, so I know everybody here. And I'm not taking it to damage you. I'm taking as I recognize Aslam there. I recognize you. I know you look our supporters and friends. But seriously, when you see that money pass from hand to hand, somebody is recording you, and you go in and get a lockup. So be warned. Don't say I didn't warn you. When you see you get locked up and you go calling for a lawyer, I will come and try and help you. But please, watch out. It is a criminal offense. So I thought I had to warn you, because those reports, even when I'm leaving home, that report is coming back to me. So my last word is this. A nice little story about 4 people. 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. You remember them? Everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. So there was a very important job to be done. And everybody was sure that somebody would do the job. And anybody could have done the job, but guess what? Nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought that anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wasn't doing it. So how it ended up? Everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. On the night of the 28th of November, do not wait for anybody. Do not wait for somebody. Do not wait for nobody. Go for yourself. Cast your vote for the rising sun, for your UNC candidate. Place your X next to the rising sun. May God bless you. May God bless Trinidad and Tobago as we bring on our candidates. Amit Suklanan, Vijay Mahabe, Safraz Ali, Denise Robinson, Gaylan Mentor, Deborah Mark, Angel Kwashi, Indra Mohammed, Malcolm Emmanuel, Amanda Douglas, Raquel Ghani, Devon Thomas, Louise Lane, Jalen Rupnarine, Adana Anderson, so let's get our candidates on stage. And before I continue, I invite you to our next public meeting. It is at the Pina School on Wednesday, 6:30. And our final rally is on Saturday, Coover South Car Park at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The two big rallies coming up. So let's go again to the Puna candidates. Khadija, can you help me? Jalen Rupnarine. Come, Khadija. Go with the names, my voice.
Jalen Rupnarine, Adana Anderson, Seema Ramsaran, Cressel Howard, Sean Martin, Samuel Sanka, Rashida Abdul Ram Kisoon, Kathleen Diaz Rogers, Tarana Mohammed, Sherilyn Pamphil, Bedia Ramsundar, Koblal Paltu, Mary Mohammed Moti, Gerard Wims, Shiva Dial, Elizabeth Rayside.
Let us welcome Amit Suknanan and his team as they perform. Send them a message. You can take this off. You can stay on, you can stay.
Check 1, 2.
Yo.
My brothers and sisters, make some noise!
DJ. Bouncer.
Is it safe to say that we can declare victory tonight? Yo, make some noise for our political leader, Ms. Kamala Prasad. This is our message to you. This is our message to you. I want to see everybody put your flags in the air. Everything in the air. Hey, everybody sing. It's time to make a difference. It's time to turn that page. We got to do the right thing if we want brighter days. Things ain't getting easy, and the road ahead is tough. It's up to you and I. So that we make the madness stop.
And every day the things getting harder, and every day the things getting rough, and every day they hike the food prices, and they implementing more tax for the sake of our twin nation and the youth of the next generation. Let's stand united, show we not divided. Everybody, and send them a message now.
Show them that we're the voice of hope.
Send them a message now.
Show them that our country ain't no joke.
Send them a message now.
Show them that we're the ones who give.
Send them a message now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody sing.
Now we go.
Put your flags in the air. From a distance, look at the picture. Tell me what you see. An abstract of destruction to destroy you and me. We got to make the right thing. We got to make the move. Cause if we don't have fast on this, we're the ones who lose.
Every day the things getting harder, and every day the things getting rough, and every day they hike the food prices, and they implementing more. For the sake of our twin nation, and the youth of the next generation, let's stand united, show we not divide.
Show me your flags in the air, there we go.
Send them a message.
Show them that we're the voice of hope.
Send them a message now.
Show them that our country ain't no
Send
joke.
them a message now.
Show them that we're the ones
United National Congress. Make some noise. Everybody.
Everybody! Woo!
Here we go.
Whoa!
Say. Say. It's time to make a difference. It's time to turn that page. We got to do the right things if we want brighter days. Cause things ain't getting easy and the road ahead is tough. It's up to you and I. So we make the madness.
But every day the things getting harder, and every day the things getting rough, and every day the hike the food prices, and they're implementing more tasks for the sake of our twin nation and the youth of the next generation. Let's stand united, show we not divided. We have the flag and send them a
Show them that we're the voice of hope.
Send them a message home. Our country ain't no joke. Send them a message home.
Show them that we're the ones who care.
Somebody make some noise.
Say,
Everybody say. Come on.
From a distance, look at the picture. Tell me what you see. An abstract of destruction to destroy you and